intro is exactly 40 seconds. I think it's like 40.38 seconds. I never know how long that is. Everyone, how are you all doing on this glorious day? We hope you're all doing well. It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I don't like doing 2 weeks because like it feels like I haven't seen you all in like 5 years. And I think that's accurate portrayal of time because this is COVID and like time does not matter anymore.
Time is an illusion.
Because it's been 2 weeks, I think we need to jump on in to get the most out of our like epic adventure because we are starting the I think end game content. Yeah, this is like post final bad guy. We fought the Sephiroth or we found the Sephiroth. Like
right.
We're in it to win it. A quick reminder of what happened last time. You were in hell because so that's what you do. You met and befriended. Oh my God, what is her name? See, this is why I don't like
Mad Maggie.
Lady. Oh, you did not befriend Mad Maggie. You befriended Lady Maria.
Oh, right.
And you went up and met a wizard who turned out to be a pig demon of sorts.
Was it a Baylor?
Not a Baylor, no.
Not a pit fiend.
Not a pit fiend.
But he was so... He was actually like the Nafishi things.
Yeah. Super cuddly. Was like, oh my God, you helped me. Thank you. Big bear hug. Then you made two mistakes or two great ideas, depending on your perspective. You sent Lady Maria to kill Mad Maggie, and you sent the Dalfishne to go get Rachel.
I don't think we ever said that she was supposed to go kill her. It was like, go take care of her. Now, whatever that meant.
I think Lady Maria was very open in what she meant. She was like, she didn't mean like stab her. Got it. Can do.
Extra death on the side. Check.
Right.
Can. Both of those. We have a lot of those. Yeah, we'll take care of that. The Nafshne came back, but only half of him, like I guess like 3/4, 2/3 of him, like only a fraction of him is the point, as Rachel is not one to fuck with. But she didn't kill him. And then even in his leaking state, he made the teleportation circle and was like, can I have one last hug? Because he's a cutie, but he's also a fucking demon. So, chaos goes in random ways, hence the nature of chaos. You got back, and Peter, being Peter, was in your beds, because, once again, demons do what demons do, Peter do what Peter do.
Sure.
Made your way to kind of chat with Rachel, because there were these flyers talking about these weird elementals and that we needed to recruit the people in order to go protect the citizens. And while you were there, this Peter was hiding out, not stalking, but also kind of stalking. You found out that Peter has some connection to the relics that have been stolen, as well as the mayor. And then you heard a loud bang as it appears like this floating city, is under attack. And I think that's where we left off. Yeah. So, the ground is still kind of shaking, little trembles. What is it that you all want to do?
Fira, you are the oldest. You are the oldest here, so.
That's fair. It's aging like wine. Really hot, very
That's right.
volcanic wine.
That's right.
I want to go check out the elemental. I'll be like, guys, this is an imminent thing. I feel like we should go handle that, and then circle back to the mayor. Do you want to tie up Peter? Do you want to tie him up so we know where he is when we come back?
You need me because I have a bow and it's an elemental, and I can go.
But how do we know you're not gonna woo poo right in our backs because you just betrayed us and we have evidence?
I didn't betray you. There are times when and then he looks at Rachel. There are times when people do things that are for the better of everyone. And if you all knew, it would have been bad. And so I didn't betray you. I'm working with the mayor. Everyone loves the mayor.
I mean, I know people who don't love the mayor. But...
Admittedly, those are few and far between. And normally the people who are, like, I want to steal things from the mayor. Like, the mayor is legitimately loved, even though
Right.
he is known to be a black dragon.
But one of our teachers, like the only teacher except for Uso that has actually stuck up for us, was a Dragoon Knight that was trying to kill the mayor.
This is true.
So we did go with him, and he was pretty adamant that the mayor was a bad guy. So I'm feeling that the mayor is not on par with his
outward demeanor, his public appearance.
Right. But that being said, I have to agree with Farah. This is much more like in our face. Because if that thing like knocks the castle or the floating island out of the sky, the mayor's not going to matter. The mayor's going to be just as dead as we will be. Maybe we should go take care of that.
That's a fair point. You got great strategy there, Trondheim.
I wouldn't go that far.
I like to have a private conversation with Dalnaja and be like, hey girl, if I put you on Peter, can you stay on him whether he wants you to or not, and then kill him if he tries to betray us again? Is that fun? And then you can talk to your friend. I'll help you talk to your friend.
And she says, darling, I would love to, but this body is weaker than I'm used to. Now, if you could get me in a actual body, yes.
How do you suppose we would do that?
And then she looks at Rachel.
How else could we possibly do that?
No. People like her can make simulacrums of themselves.
And I think she has some material in her lab that she could use. Material.
I mean, Rachel does have
bodies laying around, right?
Bodies is such a strong word.
Fear is all about recycling, but I'm just worried at what Dalnaja would get up to when she body. Then we kind of lose the high ground there. I'm gonna keep thinking about it, girl. You keep brainstorming. We'll handle the Peter situation.
Okay. Oh, and don't forget, we need to find Jess.
Jess. Yes.
Jess.
Well,
yes.
So we're gonna find Jess. We can even call him again. But like, if these guys knock us out of the sky, like there's no more Jess, no more us or Jess. So like, we'll reattack when we're done with this. Okay.
So you're not gonna give Dalnaja a body? I just wanna. Not yet,
No.
anyway.
Not currently.
Not yet.
So
we don't need chaos that bad yet.
So while that's going on, I'm getting out a rope and looking at Peter and getting out rope and looking at Peter.
Peter's looking at you, it's like Trogheim.
Oh, you don't even remember my name. That's it. And I'm gonna tie him up.
I have so many students, and I feel like, look, you want to stop.
It's okay as I try to wrap ropes around him. I'm like, it's okay. I'm gonna leave you on the bed. You'll be comfy. It'll be fine.
But you can't reach it. Yeah, you can't reach it.
But
what? I can. The elemental is not on the ground.
I can shoot it. It's okay. Wrap.
You only have a few bullets, if I remember correctly.
Hey, Uo, can I borrow that sock that's over in the corner?
No, wait, no. What about, okay, what if I give you a special gunblade?
Stick it in his mouth.
Need you to make a dexterity check.
Sure.
Oh, ho. And he just like ducks out of the way.
Peter, stop squirming.
No, wait. There is a legendary gunblade. The first gunblade. I know where it is. I can get it to you.
Peter, we're in a hurry. Sit down. Let me tie you up. Rachel?
No.
Rachel, do you have any magic that can...
Stop from moving? Yeah, I can do that.
Right? I think about it as I start saying it. I'm like... How do I want to word this? We just want to keep him here, but alive.
When you say
And-
alive, her face just
Right? Yeah,
drops.
that's
But
what I had a feeling.
let me
And
see. 'Cause I'll
and
be
not
honest.
screaming. I don't want.
I gave her a lot of spells. Very few of them are good for not killing
Right.
things. No, that'll kill. That'll kill. That'll kill. Wait, no, we might have one.
I feel like she's ticking off the things on her fingers. She
Yeah,
goes,
you
death,
see her like
death.
death. This one. Let me see. You might have to be dead. Yep, you have to be dead for it to work. Okay, that won't work.
What if I'll glance
after,
at him?
like-
What if you kill him and then bring him back later? Can you do that?
No, I'm not a necromancer.
When I hear them talking, can I just like, I don't know, sit on him or something?
Give me a
exasperation.
dexterity check because he's a squirmy little boy
Oh.
right now.
Yeah, no, I don't have the dex, guys. I'll do my best though.
Okay, I can do something.
Okay.
Can anyone create a lot of water?
Like the
If
bubble.
you give me a
Yes!
bunch of
Bubble
coffee,
him.
A bunch of coffee. Yeah.
I can create. Well, that's not what
And
you
then-
meant. Never mind.
The creature takes.
Trondheim.
Oh.
Those are like behind the door conversation.
Yeah,
We'll
and
talk
she
about it.
she looks to you, Fira, and is like, "Yeah, do the sphere of water." And he's like, "Wait, no, not again, not again." Let me see what kind of save that is because he's not gonna let you do it very easily.
I can click it. Let me see. You probably find it faster.
Strength saving throw. This is not good for you. Unfortunately, he is trapped in a sphere of water, and immediately, I'm the only person who would have a chance to really know what this spell is Uo or Fira. This might kill him.
What if I just shake him real hard and then let it go and you tie him up again?
So you see the water sphere immediately just freeze into a solid sphere of ice.
It has been foretold.
Right?
And then because it's no longer a watery sphere, you can no longer control it. It like drops and like hits the ground and starts kind of like rolling and hits the wall. And he's like kind of on his side, like stuck in this watery sphere, this icy sphere.
Dink, 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 dink. All right, that's taken care of. Let's go.
Fira, give me a Arcana check.
Arcana check. Okay.
As Rachel is getting her material components, yeah, he might die in there from, breathing because there was no oxygen.
So can we make like a crack towards, not through the face before we leave this situation, or we're gonna have to find a necromancer, Rachel? I know you said that wasn't your forte.
What do you mean? Like, he's fine.
There's no air, and when we don't want things to die, they need the air. Yes.
I mean, I'm sorry. I've tried all I can, but like clearly, he's just gonna die. Like, there's nothing we can do.
How much time do we have? Is it like emergent? Do we need to go now?
I mean, even if he were to like, he'll pass out in 3 to 4 minutes. He won't be dead, but like once you pass out, then the process starts. Like the brain starts to die due to lack of oxygen. So you have some time.
I'm gonna heat my hand and just slowly go towards his face.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna be very sensitive about when I stop because I'm just inconvenienced at this point, but I'm not gonna kill him.
Okay, so it takes a while. You see him like, and at some point, the eye like lays back. He passes out, and you melted enough so that his face is slightly burned, but he should theoretically come to and have the ability to like take in oxygen.
I'm watching all of this with a certain sense of satisfaction.
And I'm gonna turn him around and put the face hole in the corner.
I'm gonna stuff
what's
my
next?
dirty laundry in that corner.
Ew.
Because, ha.
Trogheim is the real woman of the earth.
All right. Since you've been doing this, there have been multiple sounds, we'll say. Whatever is happening is still attacking the city.
I suppose you probably go look.
All right.
My gunblade and run out the door. Rah!
So you follow the sounds, and at some point you realize the sounds are coming from Sherbert Hills, where your house is.
Isn't that where we were?
No, Rachel does not live with the students.
Oh, I thought we were in ours because he was sleeping on our bed.
No, y'all left to go talk to Rachel after you got the flyer.
Gotcha.
And,
I was mistaken.
so you make your way to Sherbert Hills, and let's see. Alton, Ashrit, Fira is here. Trogheim is here. Uo is here. It's really hard to tell. Like, you just see this roiling thundercloud, like the blackest you've ever seen it, with like streaks of purple and blue lightning. It would be pretty if it wasn't like setting fire to all the houses. And there is this one cloud that's really hard to tell. It looks like it's moving, and it's actually in this like massive like cylinder shape, and like it's like going in and out of the clouds. And then at some point, as you look, you see that's not a cloud, but a creature that's like made of clouds with this serpentine head.
Sweet. So I see the Pokemon we're supposed to catch, but I don't see what we're supposed to fight here. I want a cloud dragon.
We'll go shopping for pets later. This one's too big. You don't want to clean up after it. We'll just handle it and
That is fair. Yeah. So I'm like kind of tossing one of my elemental shots around, and I'm looking at it. I don't know what to shoot this thing with. Anyone have any ideas?
You also know that it's hard to see because you're looking up and there's this fairly torrential like rain
Okay.
like coming through your eyes, and the wind is pretty heavy to the point where like arrows would be possibly ineffective, and even your like gunshots, it would throw off the trajectory enough that it would be difficult to hit.
Okay.
Do I know this one?
Arcana check with advantage.
Ooh. Oh, jeez.
I mean, with a 20, that would be a success.
It was the 20? Okay, good. I was having chat box issues.
So when you were a young little Fira, you remember like, and it was like when you were just meeting elementals, you went to something that was that you akin to like a play group of like small elementals.
Okay.
It wasn't, but you were like, this is fun. And they were telling stories of legendary elementals that like they weren't sure existed. And one was the Elder Tempest, this creature of not wind, but made of like entirely of pure storm. And as a creature of storm, it is the embodiment of the storm. It only does what storms do. It causes these like torrential rains. It is highly difficult to like defeat. It is highly rare even in the elemental like plane of air. And if it does exist, there's like only one.
Is there any stories about their temperament?
Their temperament is difficult. Like you do know that they would be considered evil by like human standards, but they're not evil in the sense that like they have like no real malicious intent. At the same time, if a hurricane hits, like it destroys, and that's kind of what this thing does. Not because it's like malicious, but just because like its existence is this storm.
Yeah, humans are so judgy.
All the time.
Did you ever hear any pirate stories about this Trogheim? This storm?
That's
Tempest,
a good question.
Elder person?
Give me a straight up Arcana check.
Straight up.
Pirate stories always hold the key.
Storms are bad.
Right.
Storms are bad.
And there was one storm, where there was a creature in the storm, and it would surface from the water and shoot this horrific, like, steam breath. It was reptilian in nature.
Yeah.
This is kind of snake-like. Maybe
Didn't
that's
it have a big
but
shell, though? That thing didn't it have a big shell instead of
it did,
being
but the
cloudy?
shell was on top, and you're not on top, you're underneath.
Maybe this one's just looking for its shell, and if we help it find its shell, it will stop being this.
True.
That is a fair point, Trogheim. we should ask it. And I'm going to yell as loud as I can with any kind of gust enhancement that my cantrips allow. Hey, old guy!
Uo steps behind Trogheim.
Smart. So you do your best. It doesn't respond, although because you are trained in communicating with elementals, you're not sure it's not responding because it doesn't see you as a threat, or it's not responding because it doesn't have a language to do so.
Does that mean it can understand me, just not communicate, or just noises are lost on this one?
Noises are essentially lost on this one.
Damn it.
It's all going to be down to interpretive dance.
Right.
Well, maybe.
Trogheim, we're doing the wave. Let's go. We gotta wave it that way. Go that way.
Is it powerful enough to commune with?
Ooh.
To commune with?
Great question.
Yeah, as per the spell.
Let me pop that in, because I don't remember what the spell does. You contact your deity or divine proxy and ask 3 questions. I can't be answered with a yes. Unfortunately, no. Essentially, this creature does not have a language at all, so it is not a communicative creature. It is a snakeified force of a storm. Good
question, though. I like it.
Yeah.
I do what I can.
Although I will say, had it had any language, it is very much strong enough, mechanically speaking, to commune with. So take of that what you will.
Yeah, like that was Spira's goal about the whole gunblade thing, is to get Trogheim off of the let's attack the Elder Elemental page. Right. Interpretive dance is actually looking really good right
now. While you're all thinking, the Elder Tempest swoops down, and it is fucking massive. and attacks the house that the other cohort with like Sarah, what's her name, and actually the cohort where Duchambeau was part of before he went on rogue. Destroys that house just like with like one swoop, and it is gone.
Huh. I don't think that's good. We better get our dance on if that's what we're gonna do. Otherwise, I'm gonna shoot this thing.
Ugh.
Maybe I could fire a warning shot over its.
No.
And I just
we're
like
not
gesture
doing that.
to everything.
We're not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble like pulling up my spell list, so I keep like subtly trying to buy more time. Astral is not being my friend right now, and I'm running out of subtlety.
It's very cranky
well,
today.
Okay.
You two do not know much about this thing, do you?
You saying I don't know my craft? Uo?
Ooh.
Do you know how to speak to it?
I do, in that you don't, but we can try dance, because as Trogheim brought up, that is a very base level of communication. However, it's gonna have to be big, like fireworks dance. Like, do you still have your Iron Fireball? Does anybody still have that?
I will say, looking at your spell list, while I do not make a habit of helping the players because it makes it less likely that I can kill them, you do have a level 7 spell called
what's
Divine
that?
Word.
Yes, I would like to use that, please.
Well, before we need to know what the actual divine word you're going to speak is.
Ooh.
Can I cast Legend Lore?
You can cast Legend Lore. Holy moly!
Ooh, what does that do?
I love that spell, and it's so hard to get in a campaign, but this is a perfect use.
Nice.
Yeah, Uo begins messing with his cards. Idly, I think it takes a minute to cast. I think? Question mark. Let me look it up real quick.
10 minutes.
10
But
minutes.
like you've all been like watching, like figuring out what to do with it. So I will say like 10 minutes have passed.
Yeah, he's been idly looking at his cards, pulling out the Tempest chart. Kind of getting a feel for where in the sky it's tied to try and suss out some information.
Right. Let me see. The spell brings a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. Gotcha. So you stick through your cards and you pop up this one card and you begin casting the spell. And what you learn is that this is a unnatural Elder Tempest, though a Elder Tempest in full strength and size. This one was created by Porta Temporea.
Oh. Is there a difference between a created elemental and a natural elemental?
No.
So they still the same natural laws govern them?
Yes. But this
So
one
we
was
just need
created.
a big bag of rice to throw into it and make it shrink down.
This one was seemingly created as a weapon.
Interesting. Any information in there that I can find on stopping one, communicating with one, countering one?
A few. You could just like beat it down as an elemental. Like they are alive, and so you can snuff out their force with enough force. Though that is very difficult. Even though it was created on this plane, its essence is not of this plane. So if you could somehow send it back to its own plane, that would be great. If you could somehow communicate with it, you could do that, but you cannot use language at all, as it does not have language. But it is not. I mean, it is not. It is super dumb, but not unwise. But it is just super dumb.
Do they have names? Do they have a divine name?
No.
Uo.
will say simply that it is a construct,
Ah.
an elemental construct.
Hmm.
And Fira, you were considering divine word.
Yes. Can I use divine word without hurting them and just the attempt of banishing them hurt? Like if I aim like just port or starboard of them to get in the.
No.
Okay,
The
that's
word
fair.
is so powerful that if it is uttered, it has these effects. However, you do know that most of these effects only work on a weakened creature. And from the look of this thing, it is not weakened.
How attached are you guys really to this place?
I'm gonna glance over it. What's that?
Perhaps I could banish it.
Oh.
Banishment
should-
could work.
For sure, try that. So I could attempt to. I have divine word, but like I feel like that's not the starting team kind of a move. But I also feel like we should, under no circumstances, attack it. But if we could convince it to go, that would be great.
Well, I've seen Uo do that banishment thing before, and that was, I mean, I'm not really a big fan of magic,
That's
as you know,
true.
but
You got the old ogre who wanted to die, and you were
Yeah, it
mean
was-
and sent him away.
yeah, yeah, it was, I mean, that worked out pretty well.
There is no evidence that he did not die.
Touche, my friend.
Perhaps he went where a death would be more exciting.
Can you control where you send them, Uo, or is it just random?
No, it sends them home. It was clear that he did not belong on that or in that place.
Well, that's what you just said about our friend here. So yeah, do you want to do that one?
So if this is a construct and it was made here, where would it send it? Because we don't want to just send it back here.
Well, it is still an elemental, and so it is still bound to the laws of nature.
As you're talking, a neighbor's house is just destroyed.
I'm just watching.
Uo
Sure, you don't
nods.
want me to shoot it?
By the way, last time when the house was destroyed, you didn't hear anything. This time, you do hear someone scream as it is like sucked up into the storm.
Oh, so it's not like it falls over and I can go help them. They're like whirling around inside of. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take a couple of steps as though I was heading to help, and then realize that and stop and just look a little dejected.
It was their time.
Can I shoot it now?
Vanish.
Also, Trogheim, just a quick thing. Remember, you are not alive, and this is a
I
lot
know.
of water on you.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
You
so
are
you're gonna have to explain that.
Technically rotting, like just very slowly.
I can't smell it.
You
I don't need
cannot
to deal.
smell it.
Yeah, they might need to deal with it, but I think I smell great.
We'll deal with that later. That sounds like a later problem.
I will attempt to banish the elemental.
What's the range on banishment?
I don't know. Let me look it up. Probably like 1,000 feet.
It is definitely 1,000 feet minus 940 feet.
Are you sure?
Infinity.
Yeah, 60 feet.
60
So
feet.
you
How
needed
far
to
away is
come
that thing?
closer. Is that what
That
you're
thing
saying?
is, yes. You need to either like somehow get Trogheim up there to banish it, or
Ooh.
oh yeah, sorry, get Uo up there to banish it, or wait till it like attack something else.
Okay, so it doesn't understand language. I wonder if it's hungry. Maybe we can get it to come over here if we try and give it food.
Rachel, do you have any teleporting spells?
Yeah, I can teleport. What's the plan?
So if I cast Dawn on myself and it gets mad because there's no storm and run away, can I turn it off and you save me?
Yeah, I could tell. Where do you want me to teleport you though? I gotta know that
Oh.
before.
away from the angry dragon.
I mean, I have the basics of teleportation. I don't have a lot of teleportation because once again, you know, killing is more my my
I
speed.
mean, we're friends, so I would appreciate if you didn't.
I would never actually kill you.
Oh, good. Would that buy you some time, Uo, if I cast Dawn and just run in circles and get it closer?
I will need to get closer to it, or it will need to get closer to us.
I mean, I can Dawn right here if that's what you all want, but I just figure teleportation would be a little more considerate. You tell me what you need, man.
Rachel, if you can teleport, why don't you just teleport it over here?
Well, I have to teleport willing creatures, and I don't think that thing is super willing.
Yeah.
Why does magic have so many limitations? God.
You know, Trondheim, after we survive this, I think you should be my pupil for a while.
I'm gonna puff up because I think that she's like, right. I totally think she's like, you're an awesome student.
Yeah, one action. Yeah, like Rachel could teleport you.
Do my inclinations about this creature go with my theory that if I turn on Dawn and am not participating in the storm, that it will be upset, try to react to it?
With most elementals, yes, but most elementals are much smarter than this, and that's the thing. Part of stuff's like throwing you. It's not necessary because like it's not like protective of its storm. It just kind of like exists there, and it's possible if you were to somehow like blow the storm away, it would not give two shits. Like, oh, I'm gonna storm over here now.
That's what I want. It can go somewhere.
Like it had like if you were to find a way to do that, it would have no problems. If you were to attack its storm, nothing would probably happen. If you were to attack it, there's also a chance nothing would happen, but there's also a chance it's like must storm at you.
Well, since it is part storm and lightning is storm, I'm just gonna calmly lift my gun blade generally in that direction and pull the trigger and shoot it with lightning and just see if I can get its attention. And then be like, oh, what did I do?
Make me an attack roll with disadvantage.
Let's see. I believe that should be this one. Maybe. Let's find out. 21.
So you're like, you aim for where you think it is, and the wind takes the bullet somewhere else, but it still hits it. At least you're pretty sure, but like, as it gets closer to like the actual storm, the lightning of the bullet combined with the lightning of the storm kind of interact, and you're pretty sure it hit. There is zero reaction from it.
Well, obviously that didn't tickle its belly.
Are any of the islands sinking after they're being attacked by this thing, or is it just the houses being destroyed?
No, islands too. It's like going through the island. By the way, I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Trondheim, you don't dodge the lightning, but the lightning from your gun kind of disrupts it.
Around me. Nice.
Yeah. Uo and Fira, on the other hand, are not as lucky, as they are struck with lightning. How much lightning? Oh, D8s, not D6s.
Oh, what? They could be sexy.
And you take 29 lightning damage as you're just struck with lightning. Like, not even targeted lightning, like random lightning.
So it came from the storm and
29?
not from the thing in it?
Although, like, this thing does seem to be part of the storm.
Gotcha. Did it seem intentional?
No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and convince them it was intentional anyway. Oh, see, it obviously is trying to get us now.
How far away is it?
We'd better do something about it.
Like 200 feet at its farthest. When it like swoops down, could be as close as like 30 feet.
Vera, is there a spot in this elemental that would be considered its core?
I mean, there's always an eye of the storm, but other than that, I'm gonna phone a friend, and I think I want to call one of my elementals, and be like, hey, I think I want to call NATO.
NATO. That's like
air one.
The big puffy like.
The very pretty, like, I'm above it, but I actually really care, but I'm never gonna admit it.
Gotcha. So, Trockham, you've seen this before. Well, I don't think you would have seen this yet. And Rachel's like, oh god, not this again. As Fira starts talking to the air, but is actually talking to an elemental on a different plane, Fira, you're like, hey, how's it going? And I was like, Fira, darling, it is not a good time. I am spinning in some roses so I can absorb their scent.
I hear how valuable that time is. Oh my gosh, thank you for answering my call, hiding the eye roll.
Like, of course, anything for you. What is it?
So, you know the Elder Tempest elemental?
I have heard rumors of this when I was a young wind elemental.
Yes, those were the days. So he's here and destroying the air island that I live on, and it's gonna kill a lot of people. He's not responding to interpretive dance, which I know would have been your go-to move. Yes. I did my best, but you know what I'm working with. Dexterity's not my thing.
I told you I would help you be more graceful, like me.
Yes, we do need to work on that. I see, because my cousin, we tried to do like the wave. It was actually really good, but no response. So how would you communicate with the Tempest, or just redirect it to storm somewhere else?
Perhaps I can redirect it in a given direction if you tell me where you want it to go.
Wonderful. Where are we though? Are we like near an ocean or something? Side conversation.
Not near an ocean. You would have to go a couple 100 miles west to reach the nearest ocean.
Is there anything between us and there with people? Or is there like a mountain range without a lot of population?
If you go north, there are less people because it starts to get colder in that area.
Can you send him north?
Yes, I will be there. And just kind of hangs up on you before finishing the sentence. And all of a sudden, you all smell this beautiful aroma as this wind elemental that is infused with rose scent appears and blows up into the Elder Tempest storm and starts blowing in a northwestern direction.
Tell him he's pretty. Tell him he's pretty. I'm talking to Trogheim and Uo. Tell him he smells good too.
That is the most wonderful smell I've ever smelt.
I know, darling. I know.
Is that the roses?
Roses with a dash of vanilla extract. I got it the last time I was here.
Yes, it just comes together so well. Kira has no idea about these things, but she's just gonna support her friend.
And he pushes, and you see the Elder Elemental is going slowly because massive storms take a lot of air, but like it is moving in a northwestern direction.
I'll shout out, maybe try the pumpkin spice next week instead of the rose.
Odds or evens?
Odd.
talking. I was already planning to. You have a good sense of smell.
Thanks.
And it takes like 15, maybe 20 minutes, but you can start to see daybreak as the center of the storm, and the elemental is now at least away from the city.
Whew. Man, maybe I need a drink.
We're just like, I got
Yes.
some. Plus, we need to get that decaying corpse out of my house.
What decaying corpse?
Oh yeah, you all call him Peter.
Oh.
I have this like image bubble show up above my head, and it's like me rolling the ice cube that he's in off the edge of the island. And I sigh.
So are you going back to Rachel's house?
Sure.
So you head back. Everything is the same. The ice bubble is there, but there is no Peter in the ice bubble.
He evaporated! Is your magic supposed to do that? I've never seen it do that before.
I'm gonna
No.
like ask Rachel, like, yeah, is that supposed to happen?
I mean, this is why I like to kill things, or at least trap them in force cages or mental prisons.
Otherwise they get away.
Yeah, like there's like, you know, you could cast a level 2 Misty Step and get out of that trap. I didn't know he knew that though. Maybe he's more competent than I give him credit for.
No,
I mean-
don't go there. So, did y'all want to go to the mayor's then, since we resolved that situation? Also, remind me to find smell good things to send to Air Guy.
Remember,
Good spice.
there's also a recruitment form because there are apparently other elder elementals attacking other places.
Ooh, that's true.
I mean, Peter's the one who wanted to go to the mayor's, and he's kind of on my shit list right now. So
I
I'm
mean,
okay
I'm so
with-
proud of you for getting there, Trogheim. Anger is the first step to self-respect. There are no death teachers, so good for you, girl. Just keep it up.
It only took him 3 or 4 times of almost killing me for me to finally be like,
Which- Some
Yeah.
people would wait until like 8 or 9.
right.
They do.
Right.
They do. Like, good for you. Keep that fire, pirate.
Arr. So I'm okay with checking out the other elementals. I mean, that one didn't go according to how I was expecting some epic, awesome battle to go. But maybe I'll be more useful in another one.
Well, I mean, probably not the battling. Probably we don't want to do that, but I bet that you will probably connect if we talk to a lot of elementals with at least one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I did the interpretive dance really well, and I just don't think that one had
Same.
very much style. It didn't appreciate my
It didn't.
artistic
That was a
side.
them problem. Like, don't beat yourself up about that just because they don't see value. That's not a you problem. I hope you
What?
appreciate all this girl hype, Jeremy.
While you're all talking about this, Rachel jumps in and says, I wouldn't suggest going to fight an elder elemental. We've already lost roughly a third of the students.
I mean, we're still okay. I mean, they're a little sizzled because they stood in the lightning, but like I'm okay to go fight one. Why wouldn't you go
so
fight one?
again, maybe not fight. Maybe
Right.
not fight the ancient, very powerful thing. Maybe have a conversation first. Rachel. So yeah, that's fine. We could do that. Can you hit me with a heal boop? Anybody has one of those?
I
Astrid?
has no heal boops, but I think Astrid does.
Would definitely have enough heal boops to heal both of you to
Okay,
pull.
awesome.
By the
Uh,
way, because Astrid is not here, who would you all like to have out? Eos or
I mean,
Celine?
I would vote Celine as long as Celine has regained her typical mass, as
Yes,
opposed to
at
being
this-
like the center of a star.
At this point, she is back to normal Celine, whatever normal
Fair.
Celine is.
I can't remember, what does Eos do other than be adorable.
Battle chicken.
What's that?
Battle chicken. Doesn't she protect us?
Well,
She tries to.
we were trying to
Tries
teach
to, that's
Eos to hold my shield when my arm was cut off, but
Yeah, she.
now I
like,
don't need
that's
that
her
because I have this awesome new like grabber hand to hold my shield up with.
I mean, that's true. It's still pretty cool to have a warrior chicken.
Oh, well, you sold me then.
But if Selena has
Eos it
lasers,
is.
like, Eos doesn't have lasers, so I trust your judgment, Trondheim. Y'all been traveling together for a long time.
You know, Eos
So-
doesn't get nearly enough recognition. Let's have Eos out.
Oh,
She
no.
really doesn't. Like she, like all she does is like heal and keep you all alive. But who cares about that?
Right. But so when you were discussing this thing with Dalnaja, was that super secret or did we hear any of that?
about the kill Peter if he betrays us thing.
Well, no, getting her a body. Because now that we're back at Rachel's, that body laying in that
I
corner
don't
might be
think
just
she was
fine.
that quiet. I think Fira just wasn't saying it in front of Peter. I don't think she blocked you guys about
Gotcha.
it. Do we feel like a body is necessary? A vessel
Well, I mean,
from
she
the
wants
realm
one, right?
of the place? Yeah, but we may be better able to help her because we know how to navigate here better, and then we come around after we have her Jess, and then see about
I
those
see.
things.
I see. Okay. Gotcha. And I just forgot her name. Teacher lady.
Rachel.
Rachel.
Mhm.
So if you could just leave some of the spare parts laying around in case we need them in the future, that'd be awesome. Wink, wink.
Oh, you want a body? And Don just like, do you has one? So I do. Why do you need? I mean, like, I don't. These are people who agreed under very specific terms, and I don't just hand them out. Like I said, I'm no necromancer.
How about we come back to this?
the next session or the next campaign is going to be Academia Age of Naja.
Exactly. I'd like us to survive and possibly reach character retirement before Age of Naja.
Right. I want to die from old age before that happens.
Rule with Jesk and an iron fist.
Okay.
So where to?
What do you want to do, Uo? What's your way in?
I mean, just shooing the elemental away seems to be pretty effective. We can probably muster up enough students probably for that. Don't know what's going on with this mayor guy. But we probably should tie up loose ends with Peter.
Again, the ice cube rolling off the edge of the cliff crosses my
How much
mind.
damage can you really get up to if everything's like already gone to shit? You know, like which one do we think's the worst cost here?
I mean, the elementals are a very known quantity in the sense that, like, you know what they do, they like just destroy things. Peter is an unknown quantity in that, like, you're not really sure what's going on, and the mayor, as you said, was a problem before with, I think, Ura, the dragoon trainer.
Yeah, that was his name. Thank you.
And so it's, do you think you need to address that, or do you want to help the elemental?
what was it that Peter wanted us to go to the mayor for? I don't recall.
He
Sorry.
didn't. He wanted to go alone, and you all were like, "Oh, you want to go alone?
Oh,
Excellent. We're coming with you."
Well,
Accident.
I mean, now
Well,
that
now we
he's
know where he is.
gone, yeah,
Now
now
we
he's
know
gone.
he's
We can kind of assume he's already gone, and so maybe we don't need to deal with that. Although the revelation that he gave Oshambo that sword, or had something to do with that, does kind of have me wondering what Peter's doing. However, so you two that know more about these things than me, could you maybe tell me um, why these things are attacking? Do we know, or do you have any ideas? Because maybe there's like a source to this that we should go deal with, something that's like ruffled these things' feathers, so to speak.
Oh,
I mean,
they are weapons being used by Porta Temporea.
Don't we have that thing that we're supposed to go take to Porta Finis still?
You do, but you also sent the second in command to the Lady of War to end that contract. It might have ended, it might not have ended.
Yeah, but if we still have the thing that's going to take care of Porta Finis and their ruffling of the elemental's feathers, perhaps.
I feel like I'm a doer, and it's easier for me to do something about these elementals.
So what's the plan? Dal Naja is talking to Rachel right now.
Oh, okay. Let me just scoop her back up there. This is girl talk. Let's keep you guys separated. Rachel, who knows better and is a responsible adult,
Well, I was just talking to Dal Naja.
just talking, huh?
Yeah. She's like, I'll be right back, and she walks off.
Does anyone else find it weird that Rachel has no like opinion on this? Because I mean, the thing was destroying our school, and she's just like, so.
Like she has other things that she holds in high regard outside academia.
Yeah, yeah, she does seem to have a lot of hobbies.
A lot of hobbies as I like ruefully gaze at Dalnaja.
And as you look at Dal Naja, you see she's looking at something, and like in the corner, in the doorway, Rachel has like a little
It's just like holding up dresses. Do you want to try this one on? Do you want to try this one on?
And I'm like, don't you have any like pets or anything?
Fine. All right, what are you all going to do? I clearly can't leave you all alone. Oh, by the way, have you all released Uso from her prison yet?
How do we do that?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Well, she was out of prison. She was in her house last time we saw her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if Mad Maggie died, can't she leave?
Why couldn't she leave?
Is Mad Maggie dead? She's hard. She's a hard one to kill.
I mean, it's Death's right hand lady, so I assumed if anyone could.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't dead. She was War's right hand lady. I'm like,
Or both. Yeah, I mean, samesies, copy
Right.
paste. Out of all four of them, like those two can do it.
if they were able to catch her, if it was Death, I would agree with you. War is a little less subtle. Like you hear War coming.
Hmm.
So, what's the plan? Checking out more of these elementals? Are we
What would you do, Rachel?
Well, I think you all should stay very far from these elementals. I think you should go and hide somewhere
Hide.
and
Can I
live.
insight that?
Yeah, you can. That never happened.
Wow.
So, for the first time since you've been here, you feel like Rachel actually doesn't respect you as like second year student.
What?
Shocking.
I can't imagine why that would be the case.
She's following you around not because she's like part of the gang. She's literally making sure you don't die so that she doesn't have to deal with Uso's nonsense. And now that it's come to this, she's like, thank God they didn't die. Now we need to steer them into a place where they can hide and survive this onslaught because they do not have the skill or ability to not die in this.
Whoa.
Well,
You get the feeling
what?
that if you were to like force a thing, she'd be like, go to the mayor because she thinks that's safer.
That's fair. I'm gonna lean into Fira and Uo and just be like, I don't think that she has faith in us. And I'm gonna give her the stink eye.
Here's my shocked face.
Right? Maybe we should go find Uso because at least she believed in us. And I still don't understand why she's trapped in her house. Because she was at a prison. I don't get it. What?
You remember when Mad Maggie was going to help us?
Right.
And she put the house so we can't go in and Uso couldn't leave.
Wait, Uso couldn't leave?
Yeah, remember she was not excited to see us. That was a frustrated, can't leave the house.
Oh. Like
Yeah.
this dawning realization comes over my face.
She's not
We
having a
should
good
go
time.
get her out of there then.
I took a lot of her food, Trondheim.
Yeah, we should.
I'm a little worried.
We should go do that.
But what are we gonna do about breaking a spell that an Avernus witch lady put on there? How are we gonna get
hag.
out? Yeah,
so
I don't have hag powers.
Even though I don't understand the magical side of it, I do know that she did not walk into the cube I had with me, so she has to have a back door somewhere. So I'm going to suggest that we find where that other entrance is and see if we can get in there, or if we can somehow I don't remember what it's called, where you like remove that magic. What's it called?
Like break curse or something?
You do, yeah.
Disenchant something.
Disenchant. That's right. Dismember. That's what I do. Disenchant is what Uo does.
I mean, Vera was concerned for a second. That won't help, sweetie.
I just use terms that I can remember, like stab, slash, dismember, you know.
Hey, I apologize. Listen, my kitties. Stop it. He's a baby. My bad.
Yay.
Are we trying to get inside her house?
Well, no, because then we would be trapped, wouldn't we?
Perhaps.
Yeah, let's do it. Where do you want to look for? Where do you want to look for the other entrance?
Probably, in her workshop.
No.
Oh,
Yay!
Yay! No! Yay!
Sorry, yeah, that crashed.
So I was saying we'd probably look in her workshop for an entrance, wouldn't you think?
Trogheim, while you're thinking, make me a con save with disadvantage.
Oh boy.
While you're thinking, make a con save. Great way to phrase that. Thank you.
Trondheim scream like this, and like bottom half falls out.
Right? 15.
Ooh, that's
So Trogheim was like, well, we will go to her office, right? And you're like, that's well put, Trogheim. And as Trogheim is thinking, she just like freezes in place and falls down as there's an arrow in her back.
Oh my god, is it Peter?
You look around, you don't see him.
Rachel, go on offense.
Rachel comes out of the back with like a body. What?
Offense, Trogheim shot. And I'm going to try to pull Trogheim out of the way.
Excellent. Make me a dexterity save at disadvantage.
I'm so bad at those. I'm going to use all Rachel's trigger words. Kill and death and attacking the things
Right.
and no holds bar.
Future parts.
Future parts, get them.
No need. Let me see.
Fear's got to start.
Wow. I also need Uo to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
14. Yep. Fira, an arrow hits you right in your like left shoulder, and then it explodes in this like white light, and you have to like close your eyes. Same with Uo. You can't see. And then you hear this like the door opens and something is being pulled.
Rachel?
Rachel's like, yep. What happened? What'd I miss?
We got shot.
See, this is why I told you, let me kill him.
Do it. Who is it? I can't see. I'm gonna be really dramatic. Who is it?
It's Peter.
Get him.
I can't see him, but it gotta be him. Like, these arrows are the ones he uses.
Why can't you see him?
Oh, he's not here. And neither is Trogheim, honestly.
Where's
I had a
Trogheim?
feeling that's what the dragging noise was, but
Yeah.
Can you fix this?
I mean, sweetheart, you know I'm not my fixing involves a lot of things that you don't like.
You have a really good teacher's salary for a teacher. I'm gonna need you to get some potions for just in cases.
Oh God! All right, hold up. Let me see if I can do a thing. I mean, I can do a thing. It might hurt. You okay with that?
Okay.
No, not you. Okay, this is. You feel both of her hands on the side of your head.
God, I wish I had asked her to try it on Ugo first.
Damn. You take 30 necrotic damage as you feel this like darkness shoot between your brain, but like your vision comes back instantly.
So good. Thanks. Do Ugo now.
Would Lesser Restoration cure this?
Yep.
Who will cast Lesser Restoration?
By the time your vision comes back, her arms are coming right to the sides of your head.
He will flash a cherubic smile and step out of her range.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, you can see. Where's Trogheim?
Trogheim was here. She got shot. We heard dragging. Was that you dragging a body in here?
I don't drag my bodies. Someone probably like took Trogheim. We gotta follow.
How many doors do
I'll
you have
not-
there?
Dalnaja like pulls down your sleeves. I think I should get a body. You cannot carry me if you're going on a rescue mission.
I've been carrying you the whole time. I got a lot of straps, girl. We're from the strap village. Got all these little straps just for you.
Oh, I think it is in all our interest if I get a body. I just wanted to let that be known.
Can I like insight her?
Yeah, you can insight her.
Oh, man. Okay. Insight. Boop.
Holy moly. So her intentions are not malicious, but they are almost entirely self-serving. The big,
So like,
Mhm. The big concern is you don't know how strong Dal Nacha actually is.
like strong, like magic power wise.
Yeah, you know she has magics. Like you are very aware that she is an arcane creature.
Mhm.
You don't know how much she has, and so like, and the way she has been describing it, a bigger body allows for channeling more magic.
I feel like if she was in hell as a doll, it's because she should not have a body. Is my personal feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Crap. So like self-serving but not malicious. So like she wants the body, gonna have some fun, look for her Jess. But like, is she like not tied to our survival or day-to-day enjoyment?
She, see, with the 27, she generally enjoys talking to you. Like that, you're sure. She actually likes you.
Okay.
So while she may not be tied to your survival, it is better for her self-serving nature if you're alive, because then she can like chat with you. Same, but it's the same thing with the Earth, the world. Like she
Yeah.
probably doesn't care about it. She needs it so that she can find Jesk, because that's where Jesk
Right.
is.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, you want to give her a body? What's the Democratic vote?
I mean, I'm not there technically to vote upon this, so
No.
I'm
Man,
gonna
what'd you think,
stay out of
Willow?
it.
Uo. Uh, is indifferent, I would say, to whether or not she gets a body. She's useful either way.
This one I like.
I feel like it would be a more creative story if we do it, so we should do it.
Oh, excellent. And so Red's like, all right, we don't have that much time. Because we
Something manageable. Something manageable.
I'll go get. She goes and she finds this. Looks like like maybe a 17-year-old boy, like very small and weak. And she's like, yeah, will this work? And not just like that will do just fine. And you see this like blue energy rise from Dal Nacha and enter this like 17-year-old boy. And as the magic like flows into him, like he transforms into, for lack of a better like entirely description, Naja, with the full-on vampiric clothing. And she's like, it's nice to have a body again. Now, we are searching for your friend, yes?
Yes.
And you have with you Naja. How this plays out, we shall see. Luckily, it's pretty easy to see where Tralkine went. Whoever nabbed her was not strong to pick her up, and so there is this nice clear path as she is being dragged through the school. And because it was just attacked by this like storm thing and like mud, there's lots of like rubble in the place, so you can see exactly where she was taken.
Do we have an
Vera's
idea?
absolutely pouting in her head, by the way. Like, we could have found this ourselves. Oh my goodness.
Do we have a general idea of where she's being taken?
I mean, if you follow, you'll find the general idea pretty quickly. But as of right now, you can't tell.
Would I be able to deduce that Peter's trying to take her to the teleportation circle?
That seems like a pretty solid deduction, yeah.
Strategic.
Can I take someone with me through Dimension Door? think
Pretty
I
sure you
can.
can.
I will grab Freya's hand and Dimension Door us. It's, I think, 500 feet towards the target.
Mm-hmm.
I've been at that circle a lot. How far away from the circle are we?
It's pretty far.
I will go to the nearest landmark within 500 feet in the attempt to either overtake Peter or catch up to Peter.
It's been a while since this happened because it's been the unblinding, the getting the body, the discussion. At this point, Peter probably has reached the teleportation circle already.
And has already probably teleported?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, well then I guess Uo stops. It says we must change our tactics.
To what?
We must discover where he has teleported to.
Oh, that's pretty easy. There is a log in the essentially is you could treat it as a computer, and it's what was the last thing that was input? What coordinates? There you go.
Oh. Well, in that case, let's go there. I mean, I believe I have my my teleport thing, the membership, don't I?
Yep.
Where is it?
By the way, just to be clear, you have left Rachel and the newly awakened Nadja together, right?
That wasn't my choice. I was dragged through the door.
Okay, so you make your way to the teleportation circle, and you see that you have the last place that was used was to teleport to the town square.
Is that where the mayor is, Uo?
Pretty close by.
Okay.
Probably.
Can you reach your hand through the door and pull our friends through? Is that how that works? Can you knock on the door and pull them through?
Are you meaning through the circle?
No, not Dalnaja and Rachel.
I'm not sure I understand.
We're not going through without them, are we?
Do we need them?
I feel like we need them to not be alone together.
I suppose that's a good point. Plus, they would be useful.
Super useful and wouldn't accidentally destroy the planet with supervision. So.
As you say that, you hear someone say, "I heard that. Remember, I'm the one who taught you how to make things explode, Missy." And Rachel walks up with Nadja.
Then you know exactly the problem.
Fair. Anyway, where are we going? They have caught up as one or both of them seem to have their own forms of teleportation magic.
Such as?
You didn't see anything, but they caught up way quicker than if they ran.
Oh, good.
Is there just a log laying around?
What was that?
Is there a log laying around?
A log of the last teleportation place?
Yep.
When you go to that particular teleportation circle, with given the right credentials, you can see where the last place it was attuned to.
Do I have the right credentials?
Yes.
Plug in the coordinates and stand there matter-of-factly.
All right. Rachel and Nadja will jump on as well.
I'm gonna compliment the shit out of Naja's dress and appearance.
Thank you, darling.
Like, look at that hair, and what is with this dress? It's so flowy. It's like you could dance. You like to dance, girl?
Does Naja like? Yeah, I
Dog
think
loves
Naja.
to dance.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I love it. After this, we should go dancing.
Absolutely, let's do it. And a good karaoke night.
Oh, yeah, she's a singer too. Yeah, she is down for whatever party you have in mind.
Woo, Trondheim Asteroid Girl Night.
And so I assume you all teleport, and you get to the town square that is actually like pretty ruined, as that was one of the places where the storm hit. But the mayor's mansion is seemingly untouched. And from the mayor's mansion, you can hear screaming.
Is it Trondheim screaming?
No, this is much higher than Trogheim.
Oh.
It's like hair metal screaming.
No, like, ow, ow, I'm injured screaming.
Okay. I'll go investigate.
All right. So you open the door, and pinned to the wall is Peter trying to pull an arrow out of his shoulder. Trogheim, at this point, you are like slowly regaining the ability to move.
Have I been conscious throughout this, or was I knocked unconscious by the effect?
For mechanically speaking, you were not unconscious in that.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So as I come to, what is around me?
So as you were coming to, you came to the beautiful sound of Peter screaming as he was already pinned to the wall. Up top is the mayor, and this mayor is flamboyant in the gaudy. That's the word.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Always wears gold, lots and lots of gold. Doesn't matter what the gold is. The house has like gold trims. Very much like if it is gold, it is better. If it is infused with gold, it's great. Even if people like the mayor, they don't like to eat with the mayor because he puts like gold flakes in his like mashed potatoes, and not even like small gold flakes. It's just like massive gold flakes. So
Okay. Is he alone, or is there someone else here?
him,
Besides Peter.
you and Peter.
No, nemesis of mine.
Nope.
Okay. Does he have a bow?
He does have a bow in his hand.
Interesting.
A mass, like you consider it more of a great bow made of pure gold, which you would assume would be ineffective because gold is not the best metal.
Do I notice? So this is going to be less actively looking for it, but like as I'm groggily coming out of this, do I notice if he's like muddy at all?
The mayor,
Yeah.
he is almost horrifyingly pristine.
Okay. And is Peter muddy?
Yes.
Okay. Peter, you dick. Why did you shoot me?
Oh, now you wake up? I've been trying to wake you up for like 10 minutes. Ah!
If you
And
hadn't
that's
shot
right.
me.
I needed you to meet the mayor so you would know I'm not portraying you. Isn't that right, mayor? The mayor doesn't even talk to Peter and is like, oh, weary student of great Porta Temporea, I am so sorry. Please come here and let me. You can't move. I will come down and heal your wounds.
Why did you... I'm going to, in my head, be trying to do math so the little like thought bubble shows up and a 1 + 1 = 3. Scratch out. 4. No, scratch out.
4.
0. No, scratch out. 2. Right? 2.
Ding, ding,
So
ding,
it
ding, ding.
dawns that he has a bow. Did you shoot Peter?
Of course I did. He shot you.
That's fair. That's fair. Thank you.
And he walks down to you and puts his hand on you, and you feel this like warmth and joy within your person. And when he takes his hand away, the warmth of joy is gone, but you feel like healed. Like there's no pain. The
Okay.
arrow wound is gone. And you don't feel groggy from the poison that Peter clearly poisoned you with.
So I'm gonna stand up.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Okay.
And Fira and Uo, you are now the mansion.
I start like brushing the mud off of like me because I'm sure I am covered in it from being drugged through it.
Drug through it, yeah.
And then I look around and realize where I am, and so I go over by the door, and start scrubbing it all off instead.
Like no, it is fine. Like things are great, but they're not more important than people. Would you like to take a shower?
I mean, could I just go outside real quick?
Of course, yes, by all means.
Okay, so I'll step out, like open the door as they're walking up. Hey, I'm just gonna go out and wash off real quick. Hey, where have you guys been?
Big Fira hug.
Oh, squish. Hug.
And
Are you
Naja,
okay? Oh.
Naja says like, "This is what I like to see: friends reuniting."
Naja got big, and I step out in the rain and start scrubbing.
Well, you can't do this because this is a claw hand. You can.
Oh, that doesn't mean that I wouldn't
What about,
just
like, windshield
reflexively
wiper?
do it.
True.
I'm just like and after a few times, then I'd be like just one-handing
Yeah.
Good comb for the hair.
it. Right? I should have attachments, like be able to
I
pull
think
off.
so, yeah.
Right? Have like a comb and maybe a hair dryer and
For sure.
nothing actually useful, but
Right. So the mayor will speak to you like, "Oh my, you all must come inside. The weather is horrendous outside. Please, come this way. Can I give you anything? Food? Would you like to have some dinner? Yes, dinner with the mayor. That's what's expected. Come on in. I will feed all of you."
as they walk
What
by, I
does
will.
Fira know about the mayor?
Oh yeah.
You would know less. You haven't lived in Porta Temporea, but you know enough. Beloved, don't eat his food.
Oh, because of the
Don't
gold
eat his
problem.
food.
Yeah,
Can I
not
insight him?
poisonous. Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to insight him.
As
But it's
they
not
walk
kale,
by.
right?
No, dear God, no. It is not kale. It is like he will give you the fanciest of creme brulees. But once again, you got to be careful because you might just get like a spoonful of gold, like a just nugget of gold. And apparently, he just seems to really like gold. And it's like you put gold in like fancy like brown butter creme brulee. To him, it's like the greatest thing. And people are like, "I can't digest this," which he hasn't been able to comprehend yet. And which people gave him like the benefit of the doubt for because if he's a dragon, like that's what just eat some gold.
As they walk by, I will say that Peter's inside, and don't be too angry at him for shooting me because the mayor already shot him to make up for him shooting me.
Hey, can we throw him in jail?
Yes. And Peter's like, "Wait, what? We had it." It's like, "Yes, I will absolutely throw him in jail. Do you have a specific jail you want to throw him into? Like, I have."
Why don't you read this note? I feel like Fira grabbed the note. Why don't you? And then you tell me what jail you want to put him in.
So he looks at this and it's like, "Peter, what is this? Why would you forge my? Why would you like try to play me off as the person who is stealing all the relics?" And Peter's like, I never did that. It was a prank to test my students because and then like Richard walks in and he's like, "My fellow students, not my students, of course. Uh, uh, I would never
And so
do
he
that."
just shot one of his students for clarification and was also topless in their room the other day while,
Quite
sleeping.
inappropriate.
It was very inappropriate. We had to chase him out. I'm just visiting alumni here to help Rachel. Who's still
And
working there.
and he's like, "Oh, thanks for coming. There's a button," and he gives you I voted for the mayor sticker with like a thumbs up.
I will absolutely. Awesome. Now about
Yeah. This is horrible. I think, we'll have to put him in jail immediately. The Porta Temporea is like the foundation of it. There is no trust in Porta Temporea. Our city will
Exactly.
crumble.
I would like to talk to you about your school board openings over dinner while we're over there talking.
Oh,
'cause-
of course. Would you
Oh,
like
yeah.
some creme brulee? We can
Oh,
get that started right now.
all of it. Sure, please.
How's
Extra
your
cookie.
how's your gold digestion situation? I've been told I need to ask this beforehand.
I am from a volcano, sir. We are good.
Yes. And so he like pulls you in, like, yeah, let's talk about things. Peter is kind of left behind.
But he's no longer stuck to the wall, right?
No, he got the arrow out. There's
Okay.
a massive arrow out. Massive arrow.
I'm gonna kind of direct Peter to follow and just be like, why are you helping Duchambeau?
Peter will say, don't trust the mayor. He's not who he appears to be.
I know. Our actual teacher told us that.
Don't you see the mayor's trying to kill us all?
No, I don't see that. What do you mean?
Don't you see how the mayor has essentially conquested all of the city?
History or insight? How do you want me to? I don't know what I know.
History. Let's go history. While you're doing that, Fira, I want you to make a perception check. And
Okay.
Uo, what are you doing while this is happening?
Uo is quietly laying out some cards.
Gotcha.
And he's just going to quietly lay them out over the course of the next 10 minutes. To cast legend lore on this mayor.
Interesting. Okay. So Fira, as you're walking, he's taking you through the hallway, and like it is slightly blinding, just like the amount of gold, and then he has like fake lights to reflect off the gold to be like, look at how gold and shiny this is. And at some point, you like there's one hallway he calls like the horse hallway. Like I love fucking horses. What's the I don't know the breeds of horses, but if I did know, I would talk as the mayor, talking about all the breeds. Like Clydesdale, that's a horse. And he's like, oh, Clydesdales are so cool. And oh, they go clip, clap, clip, clap. They're amazing. Fucking horses are the shit. Just like really likes horses, but something like people don't talk about the mayor enough about. Because like there's like he has like an entire hallway, like there's a room full of like horses. He has a horse, although like you don't really use horses in Porta Temporea or in this like city. Ooh, so you're casting legend lore on the mayor, correct?
I'm totally muted. Yes. Uo has been quietly keeping to himself, just going through the rhythms of consulting the cards and laying out the mayor's star chart.
Gotcha. So you're doing legend, and it actually takes you a little while to cast because like you keep pulling not the wrong cards, because there are no wrong cards, but like you're like maybe I'm not like I'm not actually casting legend because like magic is tricky and like you can't just be like I'm going to cast legend. That's what you do. You have to like go through the ritual. So you're like maybe I'm mixing up the ritual. It's been like a rough day, and at some point you realize you're not casting the spell wrong. You're just like you were unaware because of what the spell was implying. Because so when you pull out the cards, you get the card for war, or the formation for war. You get the formation for death. You get this formation for famine, and then you get the card that you think is for who should tell you who the mayor is.
And what card is that?
That is a blank card, but if you were to follow the patterns of the other cards, the mayor would be one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Dun dun dun.
And what were the 3 that were laid out?
War, death, and famine.
Pestilence. I'm sorry, what?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Famine. They've been fused in this one.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
So what's the missing one then?
So the last one, like out of game, is actually like something like people call them like conquest.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You need to update the Metallica song.
I'll get right on that. I'll go email them and be like, get it
Okay.
rolling.
They don't have anything better going on.
Right?
Fira. Fucking loves horses. Don't know why. And like before you was a meal that was for him, but has been like updated to like there's like multiple seats now, and he's like, please, here's a turkey leg. There are some gold slices in there. There's a gold bar like right in the turkey. You can have that if you want. Let's
Stick that in my pocket.
Yeah. If you want
Anything
more,
bigger than a flake is going in her pocket. By the way,
we can get you some more.
Oh, good. Oh, please. Second.
Yeah. So let's talk school board, because it disheartens me to know what my school has come to.
Ah, me too, Mr. Mayor. Since I've come to visit, I have been increasingly disappointed with the structure of today's curriculum. What it's doing to our students, as you can see by their performance in this crisis.
I really hope my students would keep themselves safe. I spoke with the headmaster and I told them not to let the students go and fight. Like this is not their battle, but he's an old man who does not listen.
For shame.
Well, I hope that you all have at least been staying safe.
Oh, yes. Rachel here is an excellent instructor, taking good care of these students, even to the detriment of Peter there. And again, I'm just a visiting alumni. It's my cousin, Trogheim. She's great. Just making sure she's good. That's why I came to visit.
As you're saying, some guards walk up to Peter, who's like just sitting down, and like pick him up. Like, we're escorting you to jail right now.
Before that happens, what did I get as we were walking and I was doing my history check to figure out if Peter was telling me the truth or not?
History 13. Yeah. I mean, it would make... You have been hearing about these like 4 horsemen for a while. So like that would fit.
Can I do an insight to see whether or not I feel Peter is trying to lead me down the wrong direction?
I mean, he seems like he's being legit, but he is Peter, and he always seems like he's being legit. So if you want to trust your instinct, like he's probably telling the truth.
But that really ruffles my feathers anyway, and I don't even have feathers. Okay, so then when we sit down and they go to arrest him, I'll be like, well, wait, can't he have like one like meal before he goes off to jail? This all looks so tasty and wonderful. It's so shiny.
I'm so sorry. I messing with my Porta Temporea family, and then he like stands up. If you mess with my family, you mess with me. Trademark the mayor.
I'm gonna give him one of these.
Yeah. Like also, if you don't want to run for the school board, maybe you can like work with me and be my like campaign manager, my old campaign manager, and I haven't been seeing eye to eye in. I'm looking for a change. We got elections coming up, and
I mean, I would love to assist you. I really feel passionate about the school situation.
Of course. I would never want to take you away from. Peter is now currently being
available
trapped.
as a consultant. Nothing wrong with conquering new pastures, right?
Yes, this is true. See, I knew I liked you for some reason, and like when you said that, like there is this wicked grin that hadn't broken out through before.
Okay.
And then he like catches himself and like goes back to his like very smooth, cool demeanor.
Did Furia
Yeah.
catch that, or is she just like, oh, the window's weird for a second, or was it like?
So give me a insight check. You definitely caught it because it was this like stark difference. The question is,
okay.
can you connect it to what you said?
Oh, okay.
Or is it just some like indigestion from eating gold?
Could be.
20, yeah. It was the second you said conquering that this just like
Oh,
a sadistic grin came through.
I see.
It's like, well, yes, we definitely can. Like, how do you feel about nepotism? Because like I've talked enough to you to think I like would like you on, but of course, I would never do that if you are uncomfortable.
Isn't
What if-
nepotism putting your family in positions? Hold on, I'm lost. I need an English translation.
Family or like close friends, and so like you wouldn't run. He'd
okay.
be like, I'm the mayor. I say she can do it, so she can skip the process.
Got it. Okay, I appreciate the aside. I was like, what did you just accuse me of? Okay. I was like, yeah, I'm from a tribal town, man. Like, you're good at your job. You just boot. You're in charge. Take over.
All right, give me about a week. You'll be starting in your new position.
As at the school? Is that
Yes,
the school?
yes, at school.
Oh, wonderful. Good. I'm gonna take good care of your school, man. I'm gonna take care.
I have
Great.
zero doubts. Peter is currently being dragged away, kicking and screaming, but like not as much he usually does because apparently that like massive arrow really like took me out of him.
I'm not gonna try and stop it after he says no, but I'm gonna like watch him and then give him like a knowing wink, like okay.
Before he like enters the room, he like says like, "You all need to run!" And then he's like ripped out.
Awkward.
Bye, Peter.
And the mayor's just like, it's such a shame when people try to bring others down with them. I'm so sorry you had to deal with them. As the mayor, this is my fault. I will work hard to make sure you don't have to deal with this again. In fact, I think education is going to be my new platform.
Absolutely.
Anyway, let us sit down and eat.
I'll sit down and I'll look at the food and just be like, I miss wanting to eat.
And you, for those of you who can eat, it's a very difficult meal. As massive flakes, massive gold chunks. It's like, if you're a kid and you dislike onions, but like everything is onions, you're like constantly trying to like take out the gold flakes. But the meal ends. It's a pleasant meal. The mayor is, as his namesake, very fun to be around. He like makes jokes, has a habit of breaking into like speeches every once in a while, but they don't last too long.
Beer's in a great mood. 1 bar for this, a chunk of meat, another bar, some more meat. Eat Trogheim's food because she can't eat. 200. This is free.
Yeah, I will busy myself pulling the gold out anyway because I can like use that later as opposed
there you go.
to
Yeah.
So at the end, the mayor's like, well, it's still poor, and I have a few guest rooms if you would like to stay, but of course there's no need.
I mean, I'd like to go back home personally.
Can I have a teleportation circle. I could just teleport you there.
Do we know where we are?
Yeah. In like the central square. So there's like this big fountain with like fish spitting water and dragons spitting water and water spitting water.
Where is like the school buildings and stuff compared to his mansion?
Like a few miles northeast.
Gotcha. But we wouldn't need to teleport to get there?
You could walk, but like it is still raining.
Yeah. I'm just going to suggest we just walk. And I had some errands I wanted to do anyway while we're in town.
Oh, come on, Trondheim. It is raining. You know how you get when it rains, girl.
Yeah, I
We
love
can
it.
just
It's so amazing.
take
I love the feel
the
of the rain on my
don't.
face.
Yeah, and no, and then we can just take the teleportation circle, and we can talk about our and Fira understands the link between the word, but not why. And we're gonna take over that school, and we're gonna make it so good because of our influence. Because she just knows that's a trigger word, and all she wants to do is fix the damn school.
And like the Grinch smile is getting like bigger and bigger every time you say it.
Okay, so we may be hitting a creepy point where she doesn't say it anymore, but she just wanted to lock in that Trondheim's not in danger anymore when she leaves. That's her priority. When it hits Cheshire level, she's probably gonna stop saying it.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to hit Cheshire level. Is there anything you would like to do before you all leave through teleport?
So I'm gonna do my best to try and convince them not to go in the teleportation circle.
If like Trondheim has like a reason that like makes sense, we will absolutely back you up. But if it just sounds like personality things, I'm be like, that doesn't even make any sense. Let's stop being weird. Let's go.
So, as long as he's around here, I'm
Mhm.
not going to say anything in front of the mayor other than I would just rather not go on the teleportation circle. And I need to stop by and, pick up some oil for my arm. And there's
Do
that
we have
shop
like
right
a
down.
friend like code thing? Like growing up with
Oh,
cousins, like
right.
they have different
You
like
would
this
have
is a red flag word, and we're both
I
girls,
like
and
it.
girls have red flag words.
Yeah. What is that word?
Would we have one, GM?
You would definitely have one. Although if I have to pick, it would be Kale. So you should probably pick one.
Well, we can pick one. I just want to make sure that's a real thing.
Yeah, you would definitely have one. Like yeah. I gotta go and go to the Kale store. Like you would never. Oh. Shit.
I think it would be something that like, because we're water and fire, it would be something we both hate. Like, oh, Bulbasaur. Oh God, it's an emergency. So I don't know, something that has to do with that. What do you think?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, great.
Okay, great. So, yeah, I worked that word into conversation, and I'm just like really adamant about not going in the.
And while you're doing that, the mayor's like, "Oh, well, you need oil? I can definitely get you some oil. Stay right there." And he like runs off and like, "Hey, we need some like mechanical oil down here."
If he runs off, then I'm like, I'm not going in the teleportation circle. I think he's a bad guy. So anyway,
and he comes back. Here is the best oil that we have in this house. I'm sorry if it's not up to your specs, but I'm not a mechanical
that's not
person.
the kind. That's wrong kind.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
That's
sorry.
okay. That's all right. I'm just gonna stop by at the store that I usually go to.
Now, I will say
I
this.
like to support local businesses.
I will say this, Fira, you said the word conquer and take over a lot, so that like he hasn't been able to like really snap back into his mayoral play, and so he like takes the oil and throws it. We need to take care of our citizens, and like with a strength that you didn't think the mayor had, and it just like pings off the person who brought him the like oil. It's like, I am so sorry. I swear this.
I'm gonna go make sure that person's okay, but I'm not gonna run, and I'm just gonna like, you okay, sweetie? Like, the person on the floor.
I am fine. The mayor is just very adamant about taking care of his citizens. I should have asked what type of oil you want. I do apologize greatly.
Well, I think you.
Here's a treat. I would give him like a snack from my bag.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. The mayor walks up and is like, you see, this is how citizens should treat each other. Thank you, Fira, for being a good example.
Oh, absolutely, Mr. Mayor. And my girl has a skin condition, and so we do need to get her in the reins. I'm just gonna take her and go, but we need to talk about taking another school board. Like, and we got okay, bye.
Of course, yeah. And he like while she like opens the door, it's like, please feel free to stop by anytime. So it was nice meeting you.
Kitty, bye.
And then he looks at Trondheim and is like, Trondheim, are you okay with giving high fives?
Well, yeah, I've got this one.
Well, are you okay with the other arm?
I'm okay with it, but it's whether or not you feel comfortable giving me a high five.
I would
agree.
rather give you a high five with the other arm because I assume you got this from poor treatment in the school, and I just want you to know that even with your arm, you are still a citizen. High five.
Sorry, let's see.
Oh.
Hi.
Zzz.
And like you haven't done it, so you like kind of dig in, and he like, "Ow." Thank you for that.
Sure. And I'm gonna leave awkwardly.
Like slowly back away.
Right.
And you all leave.
I guess we should ask Uo, are you leaving with us, or are you gonna stay?
Uo, having predicted the weather and your decision, pulls out a small poncho from his bag, kind of sighs, puts the poncho on. I told you to pack a poncho.
Well, if you knew, you would have packed one for her too.
I cannot interfere with your fate. I can only advise.
I am completely fine with being rained upon. Rained upon? Yeah, that's right.
While you're outside, you see some people walking up to the mayor's mansion. It is the nun, Sister
Oh,
Frida, and a few
shit, I'm
and
gonna
those
hide.
and those children who were at her convent. Yeah. And they're like all running under her like. She has this like cape that she usually wears, and she has them over them so they can like run under the rain. And they're like,
Wait,
yeah.
this is the nun and not the healer, right? Betty, is that her name?
Oh yeah, no, not Betty.
Okay,
The
I will
nun
not
with the
hide.
prickly hugs, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, then-
hey, Frida.
Yeah, I'll wave and just be like, "Hey, don't go in there. The mayor's a bad guy."
Wait, kicker. Allergies.
I mean, no, that's what I mean.
I've heard a few questionable things about the mayor, but they're really, I brought the kids here to see Porta Temporea as a field trip, and then this happened, and there's not really any building standing.
There aren't any fields inside. I can tell you that. We've been in
You
there for
wanna
like
come
an
with
hour.
us? You come with us?
I wouldn't want to impose on you.
Oh, absolutely not. We've hugged. We're friends. Come on, it's wet, or I would do it again. That's okay. Let's
And
go.
she's like, hold on, wait. And she like bends down it's like, children, are you okay with not seeing the mayor? They're like, we want to see the mayor. It's like, yeah, but we have like so many new friends. And then I think,
have gold flakes for all of you.
yeah, and they run around. It's like, oh, well, thank you so much. And
Do they prickle, or is it just her?
just her.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was gonna pass out.
Yeah, no, they're all like running around, hugs and like getting like gold flakes. One's up like, I got a gold bar, and she's like, no, that's not yours. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Come on, girl. You get your cape thing. We'll go. This will be fun.
And you make your way back to Porta Temporea. I assume you're going to Rachel's house because your house cannot fit.
Actually, I want to go to Uso's place. So, like, walking on the way, I'm just like, I think we should go try and get Uso out of her house thing, her cube mansion, whatever it's called. We should get her out because I think she would help us try and figure out what's going on with the weird horsey gold mayor guy and stuff.
Seconded.
Like, yeah.
Is that far from Rachel's? Like, so we can take the nun there and get them and the kids settled and then do that, or is
Yeah,
it
you
on
could
the
do
way?
that. They're in the same essentially the same neighborhood.
Yeah, so maybe just drop them off so they're not wandering around aimlessly. And I'll give her a good pitch too. Yeah, give them a tour of the university. You're gonna fix this up, take it over to school board. You're gonna make it so good, so much education, and then lots of snacks, and then child times plan.
Okay. you go over to Uso's house, and a few things pop out. One, Uso's a hoarder. That actually is not very shocking.
Right.
Two, Uso hoards a lot of things that are hard to distinguish. So if you're going to find the particular box that Uso is in, you will have to go through all the boxes.
I mean, I would have no idea that the other side of the cube would also look like this cube. I'm looking around for like doors that she would have gone through. Like we can spend whatever time going through this.
Okay. So since it is 2:30,
right.
this is what we're going to say. I need y'all to tell me how much time you plan on looking for Uso, because that will determine what happened, so to speak.
I mean, we would correct you, right, Trondheim? We'd be like, no, the box, or you like determined it as a door.
No, I mean, I'm pretty open to looking for whatever, but like, should you all get bored, I will point out that Fira did take all of her food, so we should probably try and get her out sooner rather than later.
Is it like evening? Well, it's dinner. We had dinner with the mayor. I'm willing to go through like late
By the
night,
way,
but not all night.
Here's a question. Do you remember what you said when you made the deal?
I could absolutely go back and watch the video that I did it.
Because just a question, because that has altered a few things in the house.
Okay. I'll double check that and let you know.
Okay. I will say, even all night, like you can't even get through one room. Like, there's a reason she has this extra house, is because like this, according to her, like this house is spent. It is done. It is no longer a house. I stay here now.
So what are the odds we find it in that one room?
Very unlikely, but roll me a perception check.
Oh boy. Perception's not my thing if anyone else wanted to go.
Can I reach Uso? Via sending?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Can I communicate with her?
With Uso?
Yes.
With Uso. Just ask where the back door is.
Okay. You attempt to cast sending. It does not work.
Can I determine that because there's some kind of shield here in this building, or that she is shielded?
Possibly, though very unlikely. Uso is highly intelligent, but tends to stay away from magics. And so sending, she really wouldn't shield her house. Highly unlikely that the shielding or the whatever change in her like extra-dimensional plane would stop sending. The most logical answer is that she is unable to answer.
Oh. Because she's dead?
That could be a reason, yeah.
Well.
It hasn't been 3 weeks, has it?
No, has not been 3 weeks yet.
Okay, it wasn't my fault.
Perhaps it makes more sense for us to go there directly.
I'll hold your purse. Are you talking about teleporting there?
Yes.
Yeah, so, in the room that people currently can't escape, if you would like to go in there, I'll hold your bag.
Well, perhaps she is dead and she cannot communicate. I would have to go there to see if I can't bring her back to life.
You could do that.
I am quite capable of doing many interesting things.
Fira has still not been talked into the inescapable box yet, but I will support your plan with any means and resources I have.
There's also the fact that you remember you tried to go inside the inescapable box, and it's also the box you cannot enter.
Yes, so I'll tell him that too. Be like, I tried to get in. Didn't we try to get in? And there
Yeah.
was the flapping, and then the, so if you get in there, how are you supposed to get out even if you heal her? Like, because she knew where the back door was, but she was still there freaking out at us. Why didn't she use her own back door?
Well, perhaps the back door is located here. It is a last end resort sort of thing, but I can attempt to bend the space between here and there and go there. Perhaps I could get information back to you. I'm not sure what else we could do.
Well, I think that's where we're going to leave off with this decision. Few things to note. Because of the day you spent with Peter, one village has been decimated, burned to cinders because of the Phoenix. About 5 boats in the ocean to the west have been sunk to the Leviathan that is there. Porta Fenice is doing great. There was a village to the north of Porta
Finally.
Fenice that suffered from massive earthquakes.
These all sound like problems for other people.
Yep.
Boy.
But yeah, I think that is it. So thank you all so much for joining us. I cannot wait to see what you all decide to do next week.
Sweet.
And I'll see you then.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.